Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching the replay of this on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. If you are watching on my Facebook and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you swing by my YouTube channel and get yourself subscribed. I share different videos over there sometimes, so you're going to want to do both. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you on here. So we're going to talk about this week's energy and how we can best navigate this collective energy that we're all experiencing on some level and what to look for. I feel like, to me, the month of February is full of so many possibilities. So many possibilities. We have all planets direct. We are in a place where the energy can finally move forward, where we're not feeling like we're so stuck in the mud, like things are moving so slowly. I would love to hear from you guys in comments. Like, are you starting to see things happening? Are you starting to see action? Hi, Darcy. So I would love to hear that and where things are progressing for you. But I think that we're finally moving out of this energy. And yes, we are still in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, but things are starting to move. Things are starting to happen. And so take advantage of that. You might find yourself feeling more energized now, less focused on reflection, although I feel like this week is really going to be like helping us in other ways to kind of figure out where we're going, what's happening. Yeah, Jessica says it feels less heavy. Absolutely. It definitely feels less heavy. It's so nice to just be in this place of having that be lifted and to not be so much in our heads and reflecting on things so much. We're taking action. And when I connected with this energy and what to share about this, I got the message, and I got this a little bit last week too, where we're in this process of co-authoring our life, right? We're deciding what's next for us, where we want to go, what that story looks like. And yes, do we have certain things that are destiny? Do we have certain things that are part of our soul contract that are going to happen and develop naturally? Absolutely. But we also have free will, and we also have this ability to create a life that we're excited about. And we're doing that. When I say co-authoring, we're doing that, I call that energy God, whatever you call that. We're co-authoring our experience. We're working together to create this beautiful experience here on earth. Part of the goal, part of the lesson is for us to figure out, how do I create heaven here on earth? And that's really what this energy is about, is what does your heaven on earth look like? And what actions do you need to take to support that? What changes do you need to make to support this? And you can take a look at what's showing up for you this week and ask yourself, is this in alignment with me? Is this the path that I want to go down? Or do I need to make some tweaks with this? Do I need to make some adjustments with that? Am I setting intentions for the life that I want? And if I'm not setting those intentions, if I'm not putting those intentions out to the universe, can I start to do that so that I'm stepping in and being an active manifester in my life? No matter what, you are an active manifester. So it's better to focus on what you want to manifest, to put that energy out there in terms of what it is that you're calling into your experience, because your thoughts, your actions, your habits are contributing to what it is that you're manifesting in your life right now. So if you want to change some things, allow this energy to show you where there needs to be some tweaks made. Hi, Mindy. Where you need to make some adjustments. And I definitely think it's going to show us. So I think I called this like you're co-authoring your life. And this week is going to show you how. And I think it's going to show us how through, just situations and circumstances that show up. So I encourage you guys to kind of treat it like a game and take a look at what's showing up and say, ooh, that's something that I don't necessarily like that I'm manifesting that. So what is it that I do want? And let me put that energy out there. Or, oh, wow, this is really going in a direction that I'm excited about. How can I put some focus and energy and action into this to continue to help it to build? And I feel really strongly this week that we're going to be receiving, I always call them our marching orders from God, these marching orders from God, these actions that we need to take, these steps that we need to take to help to move things forward. I also think that we need to be very mindful. I posted about this on my Facebook and my Instagram, but about the story that we are putting out there. How are you speaking about yourself? What follows I am, because that is a really powerful spell. So if you are speaking about yourself in a negative way or with words that don't describe the kind of life that you want to have, how can you change that up? How can you start to speak it into existence, the life that you want to have happen? And I am is one of the most powerful ways that I know to do that. So notice that. Notice the conversations that you're having with your friends. Are you spending your time with your friends complaining about what's not going well? We've all been there. Or are you focusing on what you're creating, what you are developing in your life, what you want to have happen in your life? Because that's a very different energy. It's going to get a very different result. So we want to be really focused on what energy am I feeding? What am I putting my energy into? And the actions that we're taking, we want to take action moving in the direction of what it is that we want to see, what it is that we want to have happen. So if we are feeding this negativity and this ego-based, fear-based stuff, we're going to get more of that. So we really want to be mindful of that during this time. Let's take a look at the cards that we have here, because I want to point this out. Now, these cards, to me, very challenging, right? But I feel like, honestly, the energy is not... I'm excited about February. I think that the energy of February is overall really, really magical because it's helping us to create these shifts. It's helping us to co-author what's coming in for us. And so we want to be shown like what does work, what doesn't work, all of that, right? So the first card that we have is the High Priestess. This is about honoring and listening to our intuition, making sure that we are truly tuning in, that we are taking time to listen to that, to hear that, to know what it is really showing us. Because here's the thing, is that when you're trying to tease out intuition versus fear, the voice of fear is always going to be louder. And so if you have something that's in your head, repeating over and over and over again, and it's very loud, chances are that's fear. You can check in with yourself. You can say, how do I feel about this? What is this making me feel? A lot of times intuition is more neutral, whereas fear is heavy and stressful and difficult. Now, I'm not saying that when you get intuitive information that you're not after the fact sometimes going to feel some fear, right? A lot of times intuition is encouraging us to make changes or to do things differently, or it's telling us things that maybe we haven't necessarily wanted to see. And so that piece can be stressful, that piece can be hard. But when that initial information comes through, pay attention to how it feels. If it feels neutral, that's probably intuition. So I think that we're going to be highly connected to that intuition, and it's going to be guiding specifically the actions that we're taking. And again, we want to be taking action in terms of like building the things that we want to create in our life. We also have, these came out together. This is a tough one, right? 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so, on the other side of this Mercury retrograde and this Venus retrograde, there may be some situations that lead to potentially like, some breakups or some endings or some shifting or some things that feel really hurtful. And this is, of course, not for everyone. But I think on the other side of these retrogrades, there is a clarity that's forcing us to take a look at, does this still align for me? Does this still connect for me? Does this still work? Or it may even be clarity of receiving information that helps you to make that decision. Okay. And I get with this very much, what is that quote? Like, a lot of things, I might butcher this, but it's something like a lot of things broke my heart, but fixed my vision, right? It's that energy. Okay, where it's like it may be difficult, but it is helping you to see clearly. It is helping you to understand the path and the direction in which you're going. Next card is the 5 of Wands. Okay, so we may have conflicts, we may have disagreements, we may have battles that are coming up for us. So understand that the battles that are coming up for this are very tied into this co-authoring that we're doing. It's very much meant to help show us something about ourselves, help show us something about the people in our world or the circumstances around it. So again, your job is to kind of just be an observer, pay attention, notice, and take action where you feel called to take action. But I would say try not to get too caught up in the conflict or the drama. Just let it show you what it needs to show you, and then do your best to disconnect from that. We don't want to be feeding drama. We don't want to be engaging in drama. It's not particularly helpful. So when it shows up, let it show you, let it guide you. 4 of Swords in reverse, we need to be making sure that we're taking time and space in our own energy to listen to our souls. This is a message about have you been listening to your soul? And I know for me, sometimes that's hard for me to like hear the messages or connect with myself unless I have that time and that space to do that. And I think that that's true for a lot of people. Can we take time out to just really make sure that we're listening? And if you're constantly busy, if you're constantly busying your mind, it makes it really difficult for those messages, those intuitive messages, that intuitive guidance to come through. So making sure that you are connecting with that. Okay, then we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We are taking a look at things that scare us, and we're deciding to go after it anyway. You know, we're deciding that we're not in a place where we want to allow fear to guide us anymore. I think we're doing this like individually. I think we're doing this as a collective. I think we're deciding, even in regard to things that have been going on in the world, I think that we're taking a look at that and going, we've really been living in fear. We've really been allowing that fear-based energy to guide us. And it's time for us to shift into well-being, health, you know, and to shift out of that fear-based energy and to shift into, you know, loving life again. And so I see us doing this on a collective level, but individually as well. Where do you need to release fear? Where is fear driving you? Where is fear driving your decisions? Where is fear paralyzing you, keeping you stuck, preventing you from doing the things that you want to do or living the life that you want to live? That's a big question this week. Last 2 cards are from my Tosha Silver deck. I pulled the Letting Go card and the Sanctity card. I'll read them to you. The Sanctity card says, through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Okay. The other one says, and I'll explain these after, the Letting Go card says, everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. This is just really talking about where things feel out of control or confusing or you're not sure. It's time to send it up. It's time to hand it up. Let it go and hand it up to your higher power. Offer it up to your higher power and watch God work his magic, right? So those are your messages for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's always nice to see you on here. If these messages resonate with you, it always is so helpful for me if you share it, like it, comment on it. All of those things really help to support the algorithm. It helps my videos to be seen and connect and help more people. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate so much of your support, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.